Welcome to the video, guys. I'm Rooster, and this is your Gaming News Roundup. Updates for Halo the Master Chief Collection may have slowed down a bit in the light of Halo Infinite's release, but that doesn't mean 343 Industries can't throw out a nice big update to us like this one, which you can find linked down below if you want to read the whole thing. The latest update for the Master Chief Collection brings with it some very welcome additions. For Halo 3 ODST, the update brings many improvements to the firefight mode, with network improvements and general fixes, but the big thing is Floodfight, the firefight mode that pits the players against the ever-loved and feared Flood. ODST Floodfight also brings with it 3 brand new Flood combat forms, in the Infected Civilian, Infected ODST, and the Infected Elite Major. This new update also brings with it campaign crossplay for Halo 3 and ODST, so Xbox players and PC players can finally finish the fight and explore Mombasa streets together. The feature itself is in a sort of beta mode, as 343 states that while the feature has been internally tested, they wish to receive plenty of feedback from real players with all kinds of different networking setups and configurations. ZeniMax Media have made the announcement that QuakeCon 2022 is set to go ahead August 18th to the 20th and will once again be a digital-only event for the 3rd year in a row now. The announcement reads as follows. This year's QuakeCon will once again be a digital-only event, August 18th to 20th, 2022. Like you, we are disappointed to not return to Dallas this year. An event of this size requires months of planning, and in this case, we had to make decisions when there was still too much uncertainty to commit to successfully executing an in-person QuakeCon. The QuakeCon team is already working hard to put together exciting new streaming programming, online meetups, giveaways, charity opportunities, the virtual BYOC, and more, and we will announce more details in June. We're committed to returning with our full in-person festival in 2023. And already looking forward to reconnecting with friends, a massive BYOC packed with your latest custom PC creations, our wild contests, and tons of great new games and hardware for attendees to try out. We can't wait to see you online this August and in person next year. Obviously it's sad that QuakeCon won't be returning to in-person this year, but it's good to see that they're fairly confident that they can manage to do it next year. So we'll just have to hold out and wait for that one. BioWare put out a new community update in a blog post linked down below as always. The update mostly focused on their desire to move forward as a studio to be more transparent for their fans and how they will be giving more insight into the development of their projects in future community updates. This can only really be a good thing, as BioWare have been under fire in the past for being so closed off and not really giving their community a lot of information. Despite the focus on the future of BioWare's community engagement, we do get a few snippets of information about the next Dragon Age game, in some statements made by the developers in the blog post. Notably from, and I'll definitely butcher this name so I'm sorry, Maciej Kurowski, the technical director, stated, "We are always learning and pushing ourselves, and with every game we get better. But we can always improve. I can't wait to talk more about some of the interesting things we have done on the tech side for Dragon Age. We take characters very seriously, and do a lot of work to give them more personality than they ever had in the past. I can't say more yet, but we will over time." Continuing on with, "We can't wait to show you more of the game. It's shaping up to be something amazing." While John Epler, the creative director, also went on to say, "Agreed, there's something special about Dragon Age, and there's something equally special about the Dragon Age community. The cosplay, the theory crafting, the streams, the fanfic, so much of it is genuinely incredible. You all humble us daily, and I can't wait until we're able to start sharing more. I think you're going to love it." While none of this really means anything until we start getting some real details about Dragon Age 4, it does show that so far the developers are proud and very happy with what they have done so far, and with the new focus to be more open with their community, we may be looking at a potential return to glory for BioWare. Well, one can only hope. The Witcher and Cyberpunk developer CD Projekt Red have taken to Twitter to put out the statement that development of the next-gen version of The Witcher 3 for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S will no longer be making the Q2 release, Q2 meaning before the end of June. The development has been postponed with no release window given, stating that they are evaluating the scope of the work required and they will update us as soon as they can. It's disappointing to see that CD Projekt Red have yet to get away from their trend of delays, and with the announcement of The Witcher 4 going into development, let's hope that CD Projekt Red can really return to form. The UK-based Competition and Markets Authorities, or CMA for short, have been undertaking sector-wide investigations into subscription services in the gaming industry where services have automatic renewal. Xbox was targeted back in January of 2022, and upon investigation proceeded to make adjustments to their Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass subscriptions so that users would be prompted about their subscriptions should they appear to be inactive and not using it. This was a very good change as it helps to protect people who may have accidentally left their subscriptions active without realizing. Well, Sony and Nintendo have since come under the microscope of the CMA, which has now prompted both to make adjustments to their subscriptions too. Sony will now contact customers about how to cancel their PlayStation Plus membership should the user appear to be inactive or not utilizing the service. Nintendo, on the other hand, have opted to make it so that auto-renewal is no longer the default option for the Nintendo Switch online service. These are both very good changes, and it's good to see that the CMA is able to push for things like this. Well, that's the end of the video. Thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really does help a lot, and I'll catch you in the next one.